Hey, I'm Seb. I'm cycling and fundraising against borders, but also learning about them. Last time we learned about the US invasions in Iraq and Afghanistan, but I had a desire to go back further in time. Also, a lot of you recommended this book. So here I am talking about the Jakarta Method. To be honest, I found this book soul crushing, and I had to pause and put it down, reflect, before I could come back to it. This book is about how in the last century, the US denied another version of the world that was forming from realizing. One where the newly forming nations of the Third World were building another world based on principles of solidarity and equality. In Indonesia, which this book centers on, the US helped the military violently overthrow the democratically elected, leftist, and very popular leader of Indonesia, Sukarno, and replace him with a vile dictator that was open to US interests, Suharto. In the process, and to consolidate power, a witch hunt was started on leftists that ended up killing, and I almost can't believe the figure, 1 million people. And how the Jakarta Method would be used around the world since then to repress movements of freedom, leftism. In fact, imagine Ratatouille. Alfredo is like the people of the world, cooking nice leftist dishes that taste like freedom and equality and justice and solidarity. But Remy is there, the US government is there in the hat, making sure that the only dishes that turn out are violent, dictatorial, repressive regimes. That is how it connects to borders, because these regimes have left scars that are still displacing people. If Remy wasn't in that hat, I swear to God, the world would look much better. Now let me read you my favorite quote. Up to 1 million Indonesians, maybe more, were killed as part of Washington's global anti-communist crusade. The US government expended significant resources over years engineering the conditions for a violent clash, and then, when the violence broke out, assisted and guided its long-term partners to carry out the mass murder of civilians as a means of achieving US geopolitical goals. In the end, US officials got what they wanted. It was a huge victory. End quote. The difficulty of this book, I think it's impressively accessible given how grim the material is. And my verdict, if you have the guts to take this level of evil, I recommend you to read it.